Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the first worldwide podcast of the Beck Beck Auto Hour. It's a very unique program we've set up with this dealership in Seguin, Texas. We're really excited to be here along with my co-host, who we'll introduce in just a second. But first, the purpose of this podcast is to help you, the future car buyers of America, learn everything you need to know about buying a new or used vehicle for your home or business, and finding about it in a way that's no stress at all. You can learn from our professionals here. So we have created this 13-week series to answer all those questions for you. So during the show, just type your question in, or go to our website and type your question. We'll get it answered for you during the show or after the show. Stay tuned for the whole 13 weeks because we got a series on financing, new cars, used cars, warranties, everything you'll want to know. We know that purchasing your next car can be stressful, and we want to take that stress out of it. So right now, let's bring in our special guest, because a dealership reflects the owner, and you're going to meet one of the nicest people you've ever met. I'd like to introduce my co-host and owner of Beck Beck Auto, Mr. Grayson Beck.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here, Grayson. We're really excited to be working with such a cool dealership. Tell me about you. Tell us all about Grayson Beck. Family man?
Yeah, family man. I have a wife, a little boy, and then a little girl on the way. So it's soon to be a family of four. We're originally from Houston, Texas. We moved to Seguin, New Braunfels area January of last year. So we're happy to be here.
Quite a switch from Houston, huh?
Yeah. It's been a nice transition. A lot of great people out here, and just seems like a good place to raise a family.
Yeah, Seguin's a breath of fresh air. It's a beautiful, beautiful little town. Well, why did you choose Seguin?
So we chose Seguin in the middle of the buy sell of our old dealerships in Houston. So in the middle, towards the end of it, my grandfather and dad stumbled upon Secting Motors, which was previously that's who the owners were before Beck and Beck in Seguin, Texas. It just seems like a nice, very growing market. Not too far outside of San Antonio, real close to New Braunfels, San Marcos, not too far south from Austin. So it seems like a good area of opportunity for us.
Well, for those of you who don't know, I'm from Houston, and the Beck and Maston name in Houston has just been a powerhouse for 40 years. They're one of the largest GM dealers in the United States, and very successful family of dealerships. Grayson is the grandson of the founder, Mr. John Beck, of those dealerships. So it's a family business, and you treat your business like a family, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a big believer in you can't do anything without the people you surround yourself with. So that's a very important part of making a dealership successful, not only the business side, but also as far as customer experience goes.
And is that what the Beck and Beck feeling is all about? Tell me about that.
Yeah, it's really it's kind of a new slogan we kind of roll with. We didn't have one in Houston, but it's just a way for us to I don't know how to really explain it as far as what it means, but what it means to me is being as transparent as possible with everyone that comes through here. There's no shell game. There's no games like typical, um, you know, other places. I'm really big on trying to earn business long term versus short term. So I know everyone that most of our business is outside of Seguin right now. So it's a destination store, and you got to make sure that you have an impact on someone coming from an hour away to make sure they come back. Hopefully for their next vehicle or their family or their friend. It's more set up for a long-term business than short-term wins.
So trust really matters to you.
Trust is a big factor for us, and another big factor for us is not any of us hiding behind the big walls or big offices. We want to be present with everybody. I try to meet everyone that comes through here. whether it's for sales or service. You can also talk to any other manager, service manager. It's we don't hide behind the wall for you.
Well, one of the things I think that that your dealership does, it's very unique. I've never heard of any other dealers doing it. Is no dealer add-ons. No mandatory add-ons. I know when I was selling cars for a while, customers hated that. They wanted to put the stuff on the car they wanted to put on the car and not be, have it crammed down their throat. And your dealership doesn't do that. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, no, it's part of the transparency that we believe. We do offer some accessories if customers want them, but it by no means is anything mandatory.
That's great. And your service manager, obviously service is a big, important factor to a dealership. And trust has to really matter there because people are leaving their car with somebody, their baby, to get fixed. And trusting it's going to be fixed right the first time. You must have taken a lot of time in selecting a great service manager. Tell us about him.
He's actually here when the purchase of the store happened. So he's been here for a very long time, and he's very ingrained in the community. He's a great person. He's got a lot of experience. So it's just a matter of getting more customers to know that we're here and to know that we offer same day service as far as regular maintenance goes. It's just it's been nice because we've been able to keep most people that were here.
So regular maintenance. If I wanted to pull in for an oil change, I could sit in your guest lobby and enjoy a drink and watch some TV and be out there in just a little bit, huh?
Sure.
Oh, that's great. That's great. That's good stuff to know, folks. And is that just on cars you sell or anybody?
Anybody. If it's anything that we can service, we will.
That's great. So you have a lot of used pre-owned vehicles there as well?
Not as many as I'd like, but it's a pretty healthy amount. We carry usually around 40 used vehicles at a time, and I'm not a big believer in keeping everything, and I want to sell products that I'm confident in, but also stuff does happen sometimes. But it's just,
sure. But I assume your service, your used vehicles are put through some type of standardized testing program and certified to sell to the public by your mechanics before it goes on the lot, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They run through used vehicle inspections. We have certified inspections through General Motors products. So we like to be very thorough with it.
Well, we look forward to the episodes coming up when we could talk to him about service tips and some of the ways you can get your car ready to trade it in and get the most value for it from your dealership and those kinds of things. There's so much to talk about with the pre-owned market that it's really exciting to have a dealer like you that understands it and has a good service department. Your new cars, are you going to be like, I know Beck and Maston sold tons and tons of trucks. Are you focusing on trucks or are you a full line sales team?
I like to sell them all, but it's just a matter of, with the store this size, it's a matter of the amount of inventory you have, what kind of trim levels you have. Since it's a newer name on a newer store, you have to build your earning capabilities with the manufacturer. So that's why we don't like to pass on very many deals, because when we sell them, we report that to General Motors, and then if we sell enough, then we can earn more. So it's all I guess what they call a turn and earn game. So
yeah, that's cool. So if somebody wanted to sell you their car, could they do that?
Absolutely.
That's any kind of car, right? Just bring it in. If it's in good working condition, you'll give them an honest and fair offer for it.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's perfect. Folks, you hear that? You got a great dealer there in Seguin. Everybody needs to bring their cars here to get service and stuff. Let's take a short commercial break, and we'll come back and talk to Grayson some more. Right now, a word from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Grayson Beck of Beck Beck Buick GMC in Seguin, formerly Secting Motors. I know many of you have trusted your vehicles with Tim Dudley in our service department for many years, and I want you to know that we're still here ready to serve you. And if you want to talk cars, trucks, anything, my door is always open. After all, we are 3 generations of Becks in the car business, so come see us at Beck Beck Buick GMC, 603 East Kingsbury Street in Seguin, Texas.
Welcome back. Hey, Grayson, I'm just curious, how far are you from a good river to go tubing? Could a family make a weekend of it, come down, look at a new car, and buy it and go tubing?
Yeah, we're not far from many rivers.
That's really neat. That part of Texas, folks, if you haven't been there, is breathtakingly beautiful. It really, really is. And Seguin's an amazing town. And it's so great to have a really professional company take over a family-run business and there and make it succeed. So let's talk more about the Beck and Beck feeling. The scariest part of the whole buying process for me has always been the finance guy. You've never met this guy through the whole process. You're finally finished with the sales manager and you've cut your deal. And all of a sudden, I got to go into this closed office with this guy. What's he going to try to sell me? Tell me how the Beck and Beck feeling conveys to easing that tension with the. We'll talk a lot more about financing in future shows with the finance manager, but what do you guys do to ease that tension there?
Yeah, well, we're not big believers in sending anyone to multiple banks. We like to look at credit profiles, understand their situation, what they're trying to accomplish, and really submit it to banks that we trust.
And do you get most people financed?
I would say we get most people financed, but a lot of our business as well as cash deals as well.
I like cash personally. The dealership that I consulted in Arkansas hated to sell cash. They make you mark the vehicle up another $2,000 on a cash deal, and that used to really upset me, and it upset a lot of potential customers. I lost a lot of sales because of that. So it's nice that you like cash. That means people can come in there the good old fashioned way and shop with you, not just expect to get ripped off for more money. So that's really exciting. So what else would you like to tell us that makes your dealership unique to the Seguin area?
A lot of our staff lives here in Seguin. We try to be as involved as we can in community events, rodeos, Guadalupe County Youth Show. It's really important to not only the business but me to be involved in the community, so people can. I like having a situation if someone comes in here and you know one another, not just because of they're interested in the vehicle, but outside, how their kids are doing, how their family's doing. It's really just a relationship business.
It really is. I've talked about that with your grandfather many times about how the car business is really not the sales business. It's the people business. The thing that I've been most proud about in knowing your grandfather is I've been with him all over the place, way outside of Houston, and had multiple people come up to us on occasion and say, "Aren't you John Beck? I bought a car from you 20 years ago. It was the best experience I ever had." That's the Beck and Beck feeling that I know you're going to bring to Seguin, that people just love doing business with you guys. And the staffs never leave the dealerships. They stay there forever. It is truly a great family that has come to Seguin and taken over this dealership. And we encourage everybody, no matter what you drive, bring it there for service at least, and consider them for your next newer used car. And over the next 12 weeks, you're going to find out a lot more reasons why you should, because they are the dealer that's going to be transparent and truthful with you. So, is there any questions that you want to ask me or bring up for your customers that you might want to get across? I don't know. I'm lost.
No, I don't have any questions at this moment. I think this is a great idea for us to. It's just another avenue for me to introduce myself to people that I haven't met yet. I like the feeling of getting to go through the store, meet different departments, different department heads, everyone in those departments, because if someone's coming here and they've never been here, it's nice to kind of understand who you're going to be dealing with or talking to. And it kind of, sets the bar for a better experience than coming in here and, it's an intimidating place for anybody to go, regardless of the size of the store.
Can you tell us any funny anecdotes about customer experiences you've had there?
No, no funny anecdotes yet. It's really just been a pleasure to be here in Seguin, and I'm excited for the future in the new building.
We had a salesperson at the dealership that took a trade in over the phone, and they said, yeah, it runs and it drives and all that, and it showed up at the dealership on a wrecker, and it would move forward and backward, but there was not a panel on that car that didn't have a dent on it, and we'd already guaranteed him a price. That was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. But the poor salesman got put up with a dumb hat on for a month or so. But we're looking forward to learning more about your dealership and meet more of your people. How many salespeople do you have there?
I have four salespeople right now.
And is it like every other dealership? You're open morning, noon, night, weekends, holidays, all the time to make it convenient for your customer?
Yeah, we have a pretty good schedule. Sales is open 9 to 6, Monday through Friday. Saturdays 9 to 4. And I think that's a pretty healthy schedule for a work-life balance. You bet.
Service department, same hours?
Service is open around 8:30 to 5:30 Monday through Friday, and then 8:30 to around noon on Saturdays.
Well, great. Well, let's take another short commercial break here, and then we'll come back and talk for just a little bit more and close the show for the day. Leslie?
Style or substance, form or function. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra Denali Ultimate. What we choose to know, we know completely. We are professional grade.
Hello, welcome back. Grayson, the big deal. What's going on in your world this week? What kind of special offers do you have at the dealership? Any kind of special financing programs, rebates? What's a great reason to come in today and buy a car from Beck Beck? Hello?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay. I don't know if you heard me. I said, give me a great reason to come into Beck Beck and buy a car today. Is there factory rebates? Any special financing deals going on? Have any particular models on sale at a great value? Tell me about a great reason to come in today.
Light duty trucks have good rebates going on right now. We also have a great selection of used vehicles. Hummer leases are great. That's really it. There hasn't been too much factory incentives for us this month, but of course that changes month over month. So we'll see what in a couple of weeks holds as well.
Absolutely. We'll come in today for a test drive and go up and shake Grayson's hand. Say hello. Welcome him to the community. I know he'd like to meet you. Grayson, yeah. I think we had a great first show. What do you think?
Yeah, this is great. It's definitely a good starting point to build on, and I'm excited to see how this works out.
Us too. Thank you very much, and thanks to everybody in Seguin for welcoming us into your home today and onto your computer or telephone, whatever you're watching this on. We hope you'll stay tuned and come back next week at the same time. We'll have answers to some of the questions that you asked us today online, and start learning more about the Beck Beck Auto Team. But for today, that does it. That's a wrap.
Have a purpose with Buick. What we've been doing is an approach that will be more timeless. We have this nice, beautiful line, the profile line, and that feature line. I think the way the nose brings your eyes to that invisible corner, drags your eyes to the wheels, I think it just gives you that impressions of stance that we've been looking for as well with Buick. A little bit more muscle in the sections, and it's something that we are very proud of with Buick.
We installed a huge 30-inch display with a really nice resolution. It is actually fully customizable.
So this interior has a lot of detailing that you might see in the fashion industry. When you first get in, you might not notice the flat bottom steering wheel. So the perforations on the seat have this movement that go across the surface.
The interior really just wraps you in, gives you a sense of tranquility. One of my favorite features of a Buick, quiet tuning. So think about a pair of headphones that have active noise cancellation. So does a Buick, by canceling out outside wind noise, outside vehicle driving by noise, or even your own engine noise. So each part of the vehicle works independently to provide an output experience that is Buick. There's a suite of Google features in this vehicle. Hey Google. Envision Avenir comes standard with what we call continuous damping control, or CDC, creating a much smoother ride experience.
For Buick, we want you to feel really special. We want the driver to really feel like we've taken care of all of the details